I'm feeling so alive right now. I feel like I can fly, like I can touch the sky right now.
Through a lifetime spent in the pursuit of knowledge, one question consumed me. How did our world come to be? The old ones perished 1,000 years ago, triggering the extinction of all life. She showed me how it was reborn. A little outcast girl, ignorant of her own importance. Through her, I learned that life was only saved through a technological miracle. Zero Dawn. A terraforming system composed of 9 subordinate functions, each playing its part to reshape Earth from a barren rock to a lush landscape. Tended and protected by the machines. And with her, I learned the deepest secret of them all. The secret of her birth. That she is a clone of Elizabeth Subek, Zero Dawn's creator. Born to prevent a new extinction. Driven by Hades, a malevolent AI. Given sentience by a mysterious signal of unknown origin. And with a little help from me, she prevailed in a great battle at the city of Meridian, becoming a champion for all humankind. But as useful as she has been, now I must leave her behind. For as she strives to put right what Hades sundered, I have made a new discovery. One that heralds both destruction and opportunity.
How's it going, everybody? It's been, I want to say, almost 3 years since I last sat at a desk, hit record, and actually did this. And I wanted the first actual game that I came back with to be one that I thoroughly enjoyed playing in my own free time and partially on stream 3 years ago. And that was Horizon Zero Dawn. But a new game came out, Forbidden West. And I never got the opportunity to play it. I never got the opportunity to play it because of the situation that I was in. I'll explain that in a different video, but as of right now, this is what we're here to do. And I'm very excited. Wait, is this the same as what we just saw?
Through a lifetime.
Yeah, it's exactly what we just saw. Okay, so I don't need that. Accessibility, I'm not messing with any of that. Settings, not gonna mess with that either. So yeah, let's jump into this. And if there's anything that looks wrong that I don't notice, please feel free to let me know. I'm gonna play on normal. Markers and icons on screen assist you with your journey. Explore minimal HUD information. Look at the world to find your way. I'm gonna go guided. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be nice to just fully explore, But at the same time, this game is basically open world, and I'm easily going to forget where I'm supposed to go without something being like, "Hey, this is the direction you're supposed to be heading." By the way, let me know if the game itself sounds too low. Well, I'll figure that out in editing if it sounds too low anyway, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah, hope everything is good. And it definitely said press X to continue and didn't let me press X, so I'm just gonna skip that or whatever. That is a Thunderjaw. I haven't seen one of those in so long. And the tall necks. Not sure what that is.
I'm running out of time, Elizabeth. The land is dying. People are suffering. Soon, they'll starve. All because of a terraforming system that's spiraling out of control. And only I can fix it. Only I have your genetic code. It won't be long before we hit the point of no return. And then... extinction. I've been searching for months for what I need. A backup of Gaia. The AI you designed to control the system.
I don't know. I can't help but feeling that this is actually pretty loud.
But every time I think I have a lead,
Let me see what happens if I do
comes to
this.
nothing.
Is that lower than my ears? It does not. But that seems pretty loud, so just in case.
every night, I have the same dream. I'm walking under a brilliant night sky, through a field of flowers. And when I arrive at the center, I see you, Elizabeth. Waiting for me. Even though you've been dead for 1,000 years. You're the closest person I've ever had to a mother. And for a moment, I feel whole. But it never lasts. I'm always left alone. This world is your legacy, Elizabeth. I won't let it slip away.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I should
The
just
valley
leave this
below is
loud.
my only remaining lead.
I think.
My last
Yeah,
hope
I
to
think I'm
find the
gonna
backup.
just do that.
I'll do whatever it takes to get it.
I hope that hasn't
I
been
promise.
cutting out sound.
Varl?
If it isn't Aloy, the savior of Meridian, anointed of the Nora.
You know I hate being called that stuff.
Well, consider it a punishment for running out on us the very same night we beat Hades.
I grew up an outcast. Remember, I'm not much for parties.
Yeah. But that one was in your honor. Just saying. So, what are we doing? Must be urgent since you left so fast. Delving into ancient ruins? Or maybe it has something to do with the Blight.
Both, actually. But, I should...
Oh no. I've been tracking you a long way. It's okay. After everything you've done to help Lenora and my family, I swore an oath to help you, no matter what. You're stuck with me now. Like bark on wood.
Okay. But, if you're going to come with me, you'll need to be able to see what I see.
A focus? Never thought I'd get your second sight.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Data?
Information on the device. We've got a lot to cover. I'll have to explain everything as we go.
You see like this all the time?
Since I was a little girl. Come on.
Baby steps, Varl. Baby steps.
Shall we? All right, I got a couple of scrapes on the way here. We should find some medicinal plants, stock up. So it's time for your first lesson with the focus.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
Excuse me?
These plants don't look like the ones in the sacred lands.
Wait.
Focus helps you see the ones we need. There. Those plants by the stream should do the
Look
trick.
at that. There's slight delay in the recording, so I can't use that screen.
Ugh.
Bitter?
Yeah, well, at least they make you feel better. All right, we should keep going.
Might want to grab more of these plants along the way.
Yeah, good idea.
I don't think there to be anything hidden so early. At least I hope not. I do want to increase the sensitivity a little bit. Movement sensitivity, yeah, let's increase that. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that feels a lot better.
Some of the blight is... it's peeling off. Dead skin. Is that how it spreads?
Ugh.
I was about to say, where you at?
Those ruins. That's where we need to go.
I see a few ways down.
This way seems
are we
more
after exactly?
exciting.
The backup? Well, it's an AI. It's hard to explain. Think of it like a set of instructions that can fix the world.
Sounds complicated.
I don't know if with those ropes here, but we can use the line to slide down.
I get anything from you? Nope.
Noticed you're traveling light these days.
Yeah, I ran into some trouble on the way here. Lost a lot of my gear.
A lot of my gear? It would have been nice if... Ooh, this water looks so pretty. Ooh. Okay, so it's nice to know that I can come back to this area. Oh, this looks so gorgeous. Wait. Supposed to be heading this way.
There's more of the red growths here, too.
Wait, did I pass? What is... I'm guessing that's somewhere underwater then?
You really traveled a long way to get here. I almost caught up to you a couple times, too. Salvaging machine carcasses is...
Or it's on the other
And
side?
Looks like they left a carcass behind.
I guess not. Alright, that's interesting. Okay, there we go. That's how we roll.
A lot of
No
arrows
pun
in that
intended.
machine. Better take a closer look.
Take this. Come with me and we'll see.
Someone took down this machine recently.
Who else would come here?
I don't know. We better craft some arrows of our own.
Silence.
There might be trouble up ahead.
Good thing we already picked up some ridgewood.
All right. Now to craft some arrows.
There's a ladder, but can't reach it from here.
Done.
Me too. Arrows ready.
You know, I wonder if he would have said that if we had gathered arrows, if we didn't gather arrows beforehand.
That did it. After you.
This looks so good.
By the goddess. What was this place?
I don't know. The transmission... The, message I found didn't say. Only that a backup might be here. We need to find a way in. The blight's not just poisoning plants. It's killing animals, too.
Then people will get sick too. And starve.
We're not gonna let that happen. So, what happened after I left Meridian?
Well, there was a fuss when people realized you were gone. But then some of us figured you only would have left if it were for something important.
You're right about that.
Wait, where am I going? See, this is why I said I needed guided, because now I'm lost. Like, you literally, yeah.
Down this way.
Like, I get lost doing the simplest of things.
Get to the grass.
Never seen one of those before.
Me neither. machines have it on alert.
How do you want to handle it?
The focus can help us. We can scan the machine before we make our move.
Okay.
Give it a second. Okay. See how parts of it are glowing? Those are its weak spots.
Got it. Its eye. It's a weak spot.
Right.
I'm ready.
So are we not like... Can I not view its...
Okay, concentrate.
Another one's coming.
How do I...
How does the focus know all that?
Oh, square.
It reads data on the machine.
Like a hunter studying its prey?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to crouch and completely forgot. Started to panic.
So after the fuss over me leaving, what did everyone else do?
Well, as soon as the celebration was over, my mother led the rest of the Nora home. The Sun King put his people to work rebuilding the city. And I set out to find you.
So it's definitely not a
Someone
lot of
shot this
time.
machine too.
A lot of not... Yeah, a lot of not a time. What? It's definitely not a lot of time since first game ended. I did pick guided, didn't I? Why am I not getting any like marker?
Another ladder. Need to shoot off the lock. Got it.
Wait, what's this way? Oh, okay, so I'm heading where I needed to go.
You said you've had a focus since you were a child, right?
Yeah. Found my first one when I fell into a ruin. Got the others from an old cache not long ago. It's good to have extras.
You know, this is one thing I wish games would well,
Going
not
into
necessarily
the old ones.
games, but like, well,
God, it's
yeah, it's for games, but something I wish
Be okay.
developers would do if
Through here.
you have someone playing your game
Welcome to the Far Zenith launch facility.
and
Far Zenith?
they like
I know
use
they make
controls
tech
to
trades
discover
at Zero
things
Dawn.
and like,
Why
you
would
know,
they have
figure
a
things
backup
out.
of Gaia?
They
Please register with reception for the tour.
I guess they want us to check in with them.
oh,
Please hold for identiscan. Access denied. Please wait here for personnel to assist you. Dr. Sobek.
Okay. I guess they weren't on great terms with Elizabeth. Well, let's find a way in.
I mean, can't we just like
Please hold for
Find anything
identiscan.
good?
Access
Few
denied.
supplies.
Credentials not recognized.
I guess it doesn't like me either.
Well, they don't know you at
I
all,
should be
so.
able to pry this open. There's climbing gear. Guess someone dropped in from above. Whoever left this here might have also shot those machines we found earlier.
So where are they now?
Obviously, somewhere inside Varl.
Ugh, what's that stench?
Your upper lip.
Entire camp. Wiped out. They must have come here to delve for
Oh.
scrap.
Acid. That explains the smell. And it looks like something big came in from above.
Crashed right through the camp. And then through the wall. I should take a look at the rubble in that gap.
Wait, I was just looking at something. What was I looking at? Oh, over there. It's a training dummy. Is there anything else? Doesn't look like it.
Whatever came through here brought this down as it went out. If I can dislodge some of the debris, we might be able to squeeze through. Maybe I can find something to help in the camp.
Aloy, over here. I think I got something. It's some kind of Osram prototype, I think. This hook looks like it can latch onto things.
And this gear pulls it back.
It looks broken, but maybe we can repair it. Hook it to the debris.
And pull it out. That could work. The focus can help us search the camp and identify anything we can use to fix the tool. My focus picked up a couple of things to check out.
Poor guy. Acid burned right through his armor.
Part of a machine. Could help fix the gears.
That's rough, buddy. Oh, over there.
Machine cable. Stronger than rope. All right, I think I have what I need to repair the tool. Or maybe even make something better.
You could use this workbench.
I was just about to say, is there not a crafting table? Wouldn't you know it? Pullcaster.
There. Pull caster. Now to test it on the debris. Better than I thought. Well, it doesn't look like there's an easy way out of here. I should scan the area. We have to find a way to keep going.
Huh. What's this thing for?
What's this?
Dalgard, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Far Zenith. Forget what you think you know about us. Our truth is simple. We say reach for the stars, even if you have to cross 8.6 light years of space to get there. Please proceed into the auditorium, where we'll unveil our plans.
Wonder what's in this auditorium.
Guess we'll find out.
No. Good. Yo, where I go?
I should activate my focus. Scan the area.
True. That's where we came from.
Oh, I might be able to get up there. I don't think I'm doing this right. That's not working. This isn't the right way.
Oh. I knew that.
Wow, that worked.
That pullcaster's useful. Too bad there's only one.
Don't worry, I'll find you another way up.
So use the grapple hook, get within your okay. So do I like just Oh wait, was I supposed to? I totally saw this the first time I went through here.
Okay, I gotta drop the ladder for Varl.
Okay, but how do I? Ooh. Orchestra.
There you go, Varl.
Thanks.
Oh, pretty.
Humans, Homo sapiens, us. We have always pushed the boundary as explorers, pioneers, trailblazers. And now Far Zenith is taking the next leap into the future. That's why we're proud to have resurrected the Odyssey. When our government's abandoned in orbit, Far Zenith will actualize in less than a decade. But that's only the beginning. When the ship is complete, we will send the Odyssey and her crew where no one's gone before. The Sirius system. There, we'll create humanity's first off-world colony. The Odyssey may take 300 years to reach it. But when we look up at the night sky, we'll know they're on their way. And in the words of our founder, the late Peter Chimvumbe, the truest form of immortality is...
Data corrupt. Playback stopped.
The old ones could fly through the sky? Between the stars?
Well, yes. Sort of. That ship, the Odyssey, it never made it to the other star. Something went wrong, and it blew up. Is that why Elizabeth gave them a backup of Gaia? For the colony?
Error. Public presentation file corrupted. Member recruitment file available. Do you wish to reactivate?
Yeah. Reactivate. Let's see what else they had to say.
Member recruitment?
We all know the projections. Economic instability, new biocontagions, rampant AIs. How long before another catastrophe creates unacceptable risk for the world's elite? We here at Far Zenith believe, escape the inevitable. And so we reach for the stars. Now you've seen what we're building here. Infrastructure to support the Odyssey's construction. A state-of-the-art data center to facilitate rapid technological advancements. And you've seen how we're managing public perception. So invest and join us. Claim your berth on the Odyssey. Preserve your way of life beyond the concerns of Earth.
Well, they were right about the world ending. They just didn't know how. Yet.
So everything they said back there about the next step for humanity, it was all a lie. These people only cared about saving their own skin.
Yeah, well, didn't work out for them in the end. That Oswald guy mentioned a data center. There. The backup. It should be stored in there.
Won't be able to swim across.
I guess we'll have to find a way around. Come on.
Ain't no way it's this easy.
The wilds have really grown over this place.
Deeper into the creepy ruin we go.
This music doesn't help either. Oh, hello.
What is that thing?
Might have been what killed those Osram. Keep your guard up.
Oh, my guard is up.
Up here. Careful. Don't want those things to call in some friends from underground. You take the left one. I'll deal with the one on the right.
Okay.
Silent strike time?
Moving up.
I need to sneak up on it to take it out with my spear. Can't let it see me. I should scan it first. Check its patrol path. Gotta get closer and stay out of sight. I can throw a rock to distract it. Get it into a position where I can sneak up and strike. It Just have to wait for the right moment. Time to throw. Now to take it down with a spear strike. Damn! Spotted!
Oh, hello?
I need to sneak up on him to take it out with my spear.
Oh,
Can't let it see me. I should scan it first. Check its patrol path.
that was so abrupt. It made me think something happened.
I can throw a rock to distract it. Get it into a
I messed
position where I
up.
can sneak up and strike. Just have to wait for the right moment. Time to throw. There. Now to take it down with a spear strike.
Oh my gosh, I did it again.
Damn! Spotted!
I did it again.
Moving up.
I need to
I'm
sneak
thinking
up
I
to
keep
take it
thinking
out
I
with my
selected the
spear.
rock and I didn't.
Can't let it see me. I should scan it first. Check its patrol path.
That's crazy. Failed it twice. All because I didn't select the rock.
I can throw a rock to distract it. Get it into a position where I can sneak up and
Let's
strike.
move closer this way.
Just have to wait for the right moment. Time to throw. Now to take it down with a spear strike. Gotcha.
Mine's down too.
Unbelievable.
More of those machines ahead.
Nothing you and I can't handle.
On your lead.
How convenient. I just gotta wait for you to come to me and I can hit you with a silent strike.
Are you ready for this?
Okay, so can I scan the other one from over here? Oh. I don't think this is close enough, but it's good enough. Oh, close enough. Take all of that. Wait. The music's not done. Oh, there is another one. I was just about to say, like, the music didn't stop. Oh yeah, we got you. Three, two, one.
Got them all. I've been meaning to mention, I noticed you have a new look these days.
Yeah, I know. Didn't have a lot of time to shave when I was trying to catch up to you. Don't worry, it's not permanent.
Good.
Sorry my whiskers offend you, anointed.
The blight's made its way in here, too.
Oh, I can't just. Oh, I thought that would count as a campfire. All right.
The Osram must have used explosives against the machines.
They managed to get a couple.
Looks like there was a barricade here. Machines must have broken through. I'll keep this for later.
Guess that Osram didn't have a chance to use it. Careful. Traps ahead.
Huh. Might be able to disarm them. There. Managed to salvage some supplies.
And not blow yourself up.
Dismantled it. And got more supplies. Looks like another camp.
While we're here, maybe we can make some traps of our own. Might come in handy against machines.
Good idea. I can use this.
I'm guessing that there's a workbench nearby.
Okay. Should have what I need to craft a trap.
Let's craft, hold down, open your hunter's kit.
There. Explosive trap made.
If anything walks into one of those, it won't know what hit it. Over here, Aloy. I think I see a way up.
Already ahead of you.
Machines ahead.
Don't think they spotted us.
Better scan them.
I've seen this machine before. Scrounger.
It It's new to me. Let's see where its weak points are.
Maybe we could place one of those traps you made in its path.
It's here.
Hey, Varl, you mind coming back into the grass a bit, buddy? Thank you. Actually, we should probably step away from that. Where's the other one? Okay. So, how long are you... Well, it depends. If this can give me... If I can just get a silent strike off on you, that'd be perfect. Yeah, that works.
We're clear.
Let's keep going then.
Yeah. I don't gotta waste a trap on you.
You've been in a lot of old world ruins. Are they all like this?
They all have their secrets, but every place is different.
Hey, Varl, do you see a way up? You know, it's funny because I actually intended for this episode. Actually intended.
Whoa. That machine we saw earlier must be on the move.
Let's hope it doesn't come this way.
Okay, yeah. So I actually intended for this first part to be an hour long, and unintentionally, it's actually coming up to an hour. When I play a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, like I don't necessarily look up anything on like where
That's a big storm picking
exactly
up
I
out
should
there.
stop.
Yeah.
I
Stronger.
try to base it off of like
So the storms, the blighted lands, the rivers and lakes choked with algae. You were born to fix all that?
Yeah. But I can only do it if I find that backup. I think we're winding our way around to the data center. We'll need to cut through that big building on the right out there.
But yeah, like I was saying, I usually like try to feel out how things are
Hey,
going.
Varl. There's data here. You scan it with your focus. This data mentions the tech that Far Zenith traded with Zero Dawn.
So like, if I feel like I've gotten to a point in the story where it's like, okay, hey, yeah, this is a good spot to stop, I'll stop.
Let's see. Huh. A lot of glyphs. I'll tuck this away to study later.
But right now, it's
Gotta
like,
climb up.
we're doing all this exploring. It doesn't really feel like it's a time to stop.
This place is really falling apart.
Well, it is 1,000 years old.
Not that I mind. I enjoy playing.
Looks like some kind of meeting room. That door on the other side's locked.
There's another one of those glowing things by the table.
Onzu.
The Zero Dawn terraforming system, the brainchild of Dr. Elizabeth Sobek. Empowered by 9 subordinate functions, Gaia, the core of the system, is capable of advanced planetary engineering, an obvious advantage to our space colonization efforts. Operation Phase 1. Establish an asset within Project Zero Dawn. Status complete. Phase 2. The asset will secretly beamcast a complete copy of Gaia and her subordinate functions to this facility's data center. If all goes well, Zero Dawn staff will remain completely unaware of the transmission. Risks. Discovery of this operation could result in Zero Dawn withholding the already negotiated Apollo database. Special care must be taken not to alert Travis Tate, the expert hacker in charge of Hades Protocol. In addition, extreme caution must be exercised in regards to Dr. Sobek herself. As one of the world's preeminent technologists, she may have instituted unforeseen security measures. A complete assessment is attached. This concludes the executive summary.
So they weren't given a
Elizabeth
copy,
sent
they
the
tried to
backup
steal
here,
it.
But she didn't. Far Zenith stole Gaia.
Yeah, I
Aloy,
guess-
why does that woman look like you?
It's okay, Pearl. We look alike because we're the exact same. Genetically identical.
But she was one of the old ones. How can you be her?
Because I wasn't born. I was made. By a machine. It's why I'm motherless, why I was cast out as an infant.
I don't understand. What kind of machine can make a person?
Remember when I said the backup is like a set of instructions? It's more than that. It's called Gaia. And for a long time, she cared for the world until she had to destroy herself. So she made me to bring her back. I'm the only one who can. And this place is my last hope.
You once said the goddess spoke to you when you went into All Mother Mountain. Was that this Gaia?
Yes, but she's not the goddess, Laurel. There isn't one.
How can you be sure? It sounds like she anointed you with a sacred task.
I've had a lot of time to figure this out. And you will too, with the focus. But for now, the reports said they were going to store the stolen copy of Gaia in the data center. So that's where we have to go. Okay?
Huh. Look at that. Aloy, over here. I found something you could use.
A weapon. Thanks, Merle. We should keep moving.
After you.
Oh. Okay.
Down here.
Oh, all right.
I think we're almost back outside.
Good.
It's heading in the same direction we're going. Right.
That thing is terrifying.
Another one of those machines. I could try out that new weapon on it.
Oh, okay.
I can do more damage
Already
to it while it's
brittle,
brittle.
Aloy.
I better switch to my bow.
How do I do that again? I forget how to switch to the bow. Thank you. Oh, L1. Jeez, I need to learn these controls. I immediately went into a panic.
All of the ice from Delvers. And a lot of acid. That big machine must have attacked as they tried to escape.
They didn't stand a chance. So, you said this backup is the last hope.
Yeah. All those places I've been these last few months, there were supposed to be more backups. But 1,000 years ago, a guy named Ted Farrow purged them.
Was he part of Far Zenith too?
No. He was worse.
Let's see. You know, it's crazy. Is I'm playing this on the PS4. Alright, and I bet it just I bet everything
That big metal
sounds.
thing looks like the ship we saw back in the auditorium. Imagine going up to the stars in that.
Yeah. I'm playing this on the PS4,
More Osram.
and
Machines
I'm pretty
tore right
sure
through them.
on the PS5,
Couldn't catch a break.
this entire game would
Machines
look
trolling ahead.
and sound
We
so
can
much
tap into
better.
focus to keep track of them.
Oh, one of them is coming here. Great. Now we gotta play the waiting game some more. Come on. What is that? Oh, it just ran. Oh, all right. Yep, we're doing this. Oh, all right.
Okay, now how to get out of here.
Um. Oh. Yeah, it is definitely going to take a lot of getting used to.
Machine ripped right through the wall.
You know what it is? I've been playing Monster Hunter. So like
There's a ladder in the back.
switching between those controls and these controls, it's like, whoa. Whole different game. I mean, clearly it's a whole different game. You know, the feel is so much different than what you expect. Well, not. I don't know.
So tell me something. Sona was really okay with you not going back to the Sacred Lands?
As the Nora war chief, she understood why I was obligated to follow you. But as my mother, she wasn't pleased.
Is she ever pleased? I don't think I've seen her smile.
Me neither.
Didn't notice the door here. All right. Hey, unless I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna play this game really slowly, and I'm gonna apologize right now because of that.
Three of those things. And if they slaughtered all those Oseram, we'll never get through to the data center.
There's no way to slip past them. They're too tough to fight head on.
We could find a settlement. Convince some hunters to help us.
That would take weeks, and we don't have that kind of time. Maybe all we need is that shuttle to fall.
That thing? How?
We'll figure it out. Just wait here.
Aloy.
Trust me.
And there she goes.
Just need to get over to the shuttle to figure out how to make it fall into the basin.
You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do that right now. Is there a way to save? Great, there's no way for me to save right now. Well, I guess the only thing I can do is end off this episode here for now and pick this up another time. You know, this would be so much easier on the PS5 because I can just, you know, not save and then just pick up from where I stopped playing. But I don't have a 5, so it's whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.